Hi everyone, it's Lisa Loring, and I got a new camera. Yes, I did. Actually, it's not a new camera. I've had it for a while, and I'm kind of playing around with it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll actually kind of put it here. That might work. Anyway, so sorry for the jumping around. Anyway, so we're live on the full night of the full moon here on the East Coast. It actually already happened at 5:08. Having a little ginger tea to clear my tummy and all of that. I'm actually feeling fine. That's actually the Fairy Oracle. Where are the cards I wanted to work with? I wanted to work with the Shadowscape. What did I do with them? I don't know what I did with them. I thought I brought them upstairs. Maybe I didn't. Well, you know what? I guess we'll work with what we have. I guess we'll work with the Fairy Oracle card. They're the ones that really wanted to come, and the Shadowscape ones are fairies too. So we're going to work with the Fairy Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle card deck, and I've also got my Kuan Yin deck, and we'll work with these guys tonight as in honor of the full moon. That kind of does seem kind of fairyish. It is the Hunter's moon, so we'll see what the fairies have to say. And we'll add a card in for Kuan Yin as well. We'll add a card in for Kuan Yin as well. That's so funny. I totally brought those cards up here, and I don't seem to have them. Weird. Guess we weren't going to work with them after all. Anyway, how are you doing tonight? I hope everyone is doing well. This reading is for all zodiac signs. It's a general reading. And we're tapping into the full moon energies in the sign of Aries. I don't know how this is treating you, but we're definitely looking at relationships and partnerships. And in conversations I've had with a lot of different people, it is very, very clear that there are some relationships that are just falling away. And we're getting really, really clear on what we don't want in our lives. We're also using that contrast as a way to understand what parts about ourselves that we haven't understood very well, but we're doing it in a way, hopefully, that's really with compassion rather than beating ourselves up. And I hope that you can do that. I hope that you can recognize that the relationships that have come into your life are the ones that you've had, partnerships, projects, anything to which you've been committing yourself. You're either recommitting yourself in a very solid way that you know is for the long haul, or you're looking around at things and being like, actually, I need to recommit myself to that. That is the energy I need to be going toward, and that is the energy that actually nourishes me and I want to grow with, and where I want to make a further investment. Or it's just you're realigning yourself and you're putting things in their proper place. And you're doing it pretty judiciously, very discerning, and with not a lot of, you're doing it with elegance. So I like to think about Mars in Libra, which Mars is in Libra right now, as instead of Mars with like a hammer and being a bludgeon, being a warrior, which you can be drive, more of working things with a scalpel very elegantly. So we can consider that. So let's ask the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle what they have. And one card that's coming up are the Three Graces, which is the number 1 card. Cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun. So there you go. I was just saying that. So now is the time to maybe not look so much. Hi, Sophia. Sophia's here. Hello, sweetheart. Not so much at what's passing as being graceful about what is passing, accepting what was and what is with grace, accepting what you've learned and be grateful for that. Bring those lessons in, and instead of letting it drag you down and instead of looking at the loss, look at what you've gained. And that may not be easy, and I hope that you can find compassion around that. And if you do need some help with that, please reach out to me. Again, this is a personal reading, but if you would, the general reading, but if you would like a personal reading, I am more than happy to help you out with that. And just email me, lisa.loring@gmail.com. So 3 graces, cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun. You know, what does enliven you? Love that. And it's a number 1 card. That's a card of beginnings. I've never pulled that card out of this deck, PS. Just saying. All right. So what else do we have? What else do the fairies have to share with us today? You know, it was really funny. These cards like really wanted to come upstairs with me tonight. I hope you're liking the new camera. And I've got this one here coming in. Ooh, Midnight Prince 43. Ask for what you want. Be honest. And again, you know, this is Mars. This is Mars in Libra, you know, really being very discerning, working with a scalpel, and your honesty is coming through in a very graceful way. Ask for what you want. Be honest. Stand in your relationships with integrity. Stand in relationships with integrity. That is another piece that's coming through very strongly. What else do we have? And this is a reading that I'm feeling, and I love how the full moon, look at that full moon. Hello, I just noticed that. This is actually a reading I feel like it's going to carry us through the rest of the month, through completion of the moon cycle, which will culminate with the new moon coming up on, I think, the 27th of the month. And that's be the new moon in Scorpio, which is right after Scorpio season begins. This is actually the last week of Libra season, by the way. So happy birthday, Libras. Happy tail end of your birthday. Oh, fairies are giving us 2 more. 2 more. Once was innocent. Knowledge means change. And again, she's got a moon behind her as well. See that? What's the other card? Story Keeper. Tell your story. Legacy. Write your wisdom. I love these cards. These are really great. And I'm going to flip over. And one more card at the bottom. Number 7 card. Fairy wishing well. Manifestation, expectations, and offerings. These are great cards. She's got coins. Like, this is like stuff happening in the physical world. And in the regular tarot, these are oracle card decks. But if you work with the regular tarot, the tarot cards, the coins, suit of coins is always like manifestation in the physical. It could be your health, could be money, your work, what work you do in the world, anything you create. With your hands, not so much with the mind. Yeah, I mean, it could be mind manifestation. That's more the Suit of Swords, but the Suit of Pentacles is stuff that's happening in the 3D, like right in front of you on this plane kind of thing. Always with the help of the divine, which you definitely see that. So we have the 3 graces. Let me see if I can pick up anything from the book as well. I love these. These ladies are beautiful. And in the three cup in my sweetheart, the 3 of cups, this kind of emulates the 3 of cups in the traditional tarot, which is always a card of celebration as well. And friendship, relationships, that kind of thing. So the 3 graces. Every fairy has a duty, a destiny, and a realm where they are of service. That's definitely being of service. Our duty is to assist you by example, by showing just how harmonious and joyful enterprise and sharing with others can be. You will soon be inspired in a cooperative venture. Your destiny is to find those beings with whom you can create joy and meaningful work aligned with your soul purpose. This is exactly what I was saying when we started this reading tonight. And I'm so excited that these ladies came up to highlight what is really going on. As above, so below. We're definitely outlining and defining the kinds of relationships that we want, that are really going to be the ones that we invest in going forward. We're not messing around anymore with anything that is not of our highest good. We're working with higher vibrational kinds of stuff, really stuff that's fulfilling, and anything that isn't filling that bill, is falling away. And like I said, it's not maybe they'll be gone and they've served their purpose and they're definitely gone, but they could just be moving. We could be transforming our relationships into a way of they kind of have their place. Like, you like if you have like these super kind of superficial relationships that are fun and kind of jokey, maybe you're just like shopping friends or something like that, or you meet them, somebody up for coffee or, you know, but for the most part, I think that we're looking for a lot more depth and a lot more intimacy in our relationships. And if that's the case, I'm looking at this 43 card. Ask for what you want, be honest. 4 and 3 is a 7. So 7 is about mind and creativity. That number, Midnight Princess, is the 43 card. So it is ask for what you want, be honest. Like, if you can dream it, if you build it, they will come. Like be honest about what it is that you want. Be honest about stepping up into what it is that you desire. And, maybe it is this Midnight Prince. It's like, it's those dreams that we come up with. And, but be honest, everybody, everyone thinks that they want, this hot, super great hunk kind of thing. But, in all honesty, what is it that you want? Maybe it is somebody who just lets you, be who you want, who you are, like to let you be your actual self in integrity. What you doing, Sophia? Come here. Maybe it is who you want, so you can be in integrity, right? I want somebody who loves to be with kitty cats. She's such a sweetheart. She's my new kitty. And maybe it is somebody who you can just cuddle like a cat, who just lets you be, who is, like a cat. Just, they're who they are. You're who you are. And a lot of people like dogs more than cats because dogs seem very accepting. Well, cats are too, but they still actually want you to show up. And in a real relationship, you do have to show up in relationship. You do have to show up, and there is going to be that kind of push and pull, but be honest. You don't want to have somebody who just puts up with whatever you do and doesn't have a lot to say about it. You want somebody who is engaging with you. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Think about that. Maybe you really don't. Someone who doesn't, who allows you to, who just allows you to be whoever you are. Maybe that's what you need, right? But whatever it is, knowledge means change. And that's the third card that came up. Actually, these two came out together. Once was Innocent, the number 28 card, and Story Keeper, the number 4 card. The 4 is the card of stability. It's the card of tell your story, legacy, write your wisdom. Knowledge means change. Both of these came out. So once was Innocent. So once, we kind of, we just went along with whatever was going on. And we were kind of, we were like sponges picking stuff up. We still are sponges. We're still learning. We're still transforming. I see all these butterflies in her card and in the color purple. And we kind of need to still maintain, even though we're coming in with all of this wisdom, we still need to have this sense of curiosity in order to continue writing the story. Can you maintain your innocence, being honest, being fresh and honest like a child would be? Kind of just blurting out what it is you want to the universe, what it is that you believe you deserve. And that's fine. Dive into that. Write it down. Maybe write it down. Do some journaling. That's what's coming up for me right now. Write down what it is that you want. Ask for what you want. Be honest. Write that down. Tell your story. Start to create a new story. A couple of days ago, we had, I think, the High Priestess card come up. And she's keeper of the Akashic records. The Akashic records are not something that that is static. That is, yes, you go into them. We're having this opportunity right now to look back at them and to create new, but to also sort of change the message. How do you want your story to be going forward? I'm pretty sure it isn't the same old, same old. We're bringing in new people for that. And Fairy Wishing Well was the bottom of the deck. So it is time to make your wishes. It's time for manifestation, expectations, and offerings. But don't just put down stuff that's like blather. Or start with blather. See if that rings true to your heart. Are you honest? Be honest. If it's not ringing true, as you start to write, just write anything. What you really want will start to come forward. Start writing that tonight. It's full moon. All right, we'll pull one more card from the Kuan Yin deck. Whoop, as we knock over the Kamro. All right, sorry about that. All right, let's see, what does Kuan Yin have? She actually gave me the 10 Sisters of Light, which was basically, I have all of those hands, I can be all of these people, and I can do anything I want in the world. Thank you, Kuan Yin. Thank you for that support. I love that vote of confidence. Right, Sophia? We like that vote of confidence, right? We do, we do, we do. All right. Kuan Yin, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Thank you, all the angels and archangels, my guides, all the beautiful guides of this full moon that are here to bless us. And yes, we are going through some rough transits. It might not be easy to do all of this stuff. I'm not suggesting it's easy, and you may not be ready for like this much abundance. Try to be ready, though. Try to at least start writing stuff down and see how ready you can be. Maybe you are like the 10 Sisters of Light, and I think you are, actually. It's only these self-imposed ideas that create limitations. We are actually limitless. We are. I'm starting to realize that. Every time I think, and I've noticed my procrastination is stuff that gets in my way of just doing stuff. It's like really, I've really noticed how much I goof around. Keeps me from doing cool stuff. All right. But I notice, and I'm changing that habit. Right? I'm asking for what I want, less procrastination, more doing, more cool things, more things that bring us joy, right, Sophia? More kitties. Kuan Yin, what do you have for us here tonight? What do you have for us here tonight? Okay, thank you, Kuan Yin, for being with us. For bringing us joy and compassion, even around our own procrastination. We can do whatever it is that we want. We're always in love and beauty. Bring us your beauty, Kuan Yin. What messages do you have for us? Here is, she's got enter the Jade Temple. Oh, I love this one. And that's the number 11 card. The number 11 card. Enter the Jade Temple. The number 11 makes a doorway. So we are at a doorway. Faery Wishing Well, by the way, is again that number 7 card, which the 4 and 3 of the Midnight Prince card added up to. We've got a number 4 card. I've got a number 1 card. I will do the numerology of everything here, but enter the Jade Temple. I will read from the Kuan Yin Oracle card. But by the way, the cards are Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish, artwork by Selena Fenich, and Alana Fairchild is the author of the Kuan Yin deck. And the artist is Zheng Hao. These are beautiful cards, by the way. I have enjoyed them so much, and I'm so grateful that I came upon them. I didn't even know, but there they were, and here I am. Kuan Yin, in her temple of peaceful jade, causes all conflict to elevate to higher peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. In fact, you are being asked to begin to feel the relief of that revelation now, so you can more readily receive the divine solution and blessing of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin when it arrives. So again, manifestation is about knowing that this is already happening and about being in that receptive place. Being in a quiet receptive, not obsessively receptive. So all of this coming in, just lay back, relax, let it be. There are moments on the path where conflict arises and struggles emerge. These conflicts may be within us or appear to be an external relationship or situation. This can be part of the experience of life on the physical plane that actually helps us raise our vibration to find unity and yet still honor our individuality. This is what I'm saying. This is about relationship, right? How can we be in relationship as individuals, maintaining the individualities, yet be as one? And this is with everything. It's not just, that special person or the other special person or whatever. It's with everything. There is a spiritual light within, a light of peace that can be brought to bear on any situation or struggle. An energy of peace that can transform even the deepest conflict through the blessings of the divine goddess, priestess of the Jade Temple, Kuan Yin. Peace does not mean avoiding conflict or pretending that struggle does not exist. Peace is the light that flows when we are able to step above the illusions of separation, competition, and conflict, and seek out the consciousness where we, in fact, all are one in the divine love, and we are all serving the path of light in our own unique ways. Cooperative ventures with friends. Number 1 card, number 11 card. Love it. The energy of such a high level of genuine consciousness is transformative. It allows us to surrender judgment and to release any need to prove ourselves or our worth to one another. Instead, we can just live our lives and allow others to do the same with more peace in our hearts. So blessings on all. Peace. Conflict becomes an opportunity to grow more in inner peace and loving acceptance of all paths, to learn detachment and to trust. It takes a mature soul to call in peace because it is not a way to avoid conflict. It is a way to use conflict as a spiritual tool through which to grow and become bigger than the conflict, to make allowance for each being to choose their own way to grow and to call forth the spiritual genius of the divine that is able to provide solutions that can bring peace to all. The divine goddess speaks to you now and says, your resolution is assured. Have faith. Be prepared to surrender your viewpoint and to receive a new one that will serve you and bring you to peace at a higher level of reality, new perspectives. It is no longer about the right or wrong. It is now about stepping up into peace and resolution, more joy and more delight. You are so capable of this, and you will enjoy the wonder of the healing process as you surrender into the Jade Temple, the place of peace, over which Kuan Yin presides as priestess and guide. She bestows healing, blessing on your life situation now. This oracle is confirmation that if you have been struggling, a time of respite and peace is on its way to you swiftly now. Healing in the Jade Temple. You can use this practice. With your eyes closed, see, sense, feel, or intend that you are sitting in an exquisite temple made of creamy jade. The walls, benches, altar with carvings and statues are all created from the various shades of jade. Green, lavender, cream, soft orange, red, and white. On the main altar in the temple, you see a large lotus carved from jade, and you feel great love emanating from this lotus blossom. You sense deep peace and notice that Kuan Yin is standing at the altar behind the lotus, smiling down at you. Say aloud, I now call for the peaceful resolution of any situation or struggle that I am involved in, consciously or unconsciously, through the divine grace of beloved priestess in the temple of jade, Ma Kuan Yin. May I be a vessel for peace and light in my life. Om Shanti. Let there be peace. Om Mane Padme Hum. Allow the energy of the temple, the lotus on the altar, and beloved Kuan Yin to flow into your aura, taking you to a place of peaceful surrender where solutions will arise and great healing can occur. When you are ready, be aware of your heart and just open your eyes. Prayer of the Jade Temple. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Mane Padme Hum. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. May all beings know deep peace and blessings of beloved priestess of peace, Kuan Yin. May the heart of all conflict be resolved in the Jade Temple. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Mane Padme Hum. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. I think I'll leave it at that. I may or may not do a reading later on these cards on Instagram, but feel free to come back and listen to this. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments or email me, lisa.loring@gmail.com. Sophia and I say goodbye. Happy full moon. Blessings on your new ventures.